Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm here living in Dubai and having a great time. I'm going to be staying here, for the foreseeable future. I'm loving it, and I can't wait to find my own home, right? Because right now I'm in an apartment, so I'm going to be moving to a home. I'm looking forward to that and bringing my stuff here. Today we're going to be talking about news that you can use and really cool information, like we always do. There's lots of things to talk about in the news with regards to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, right? We're going to talk about the altcoins, of course, as well, because, man, they're on the cusp. It's on the cusp, right? We're going to on the cusp of something great, and I want to show you something. Let me just show you right now. You can see we've created a massive cup and handle a pattern that's going to be drawn out soon, and once we break from that, it's like to the moon, to the moon. And yeah, the alts are going to explode so heavily. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. Right now, of course, is the time you should be like shopping. If you're afraid of red, you are, you are in the wrong market, right? Red should be something you should be happy about because you can buy cheap and sell high. That's what you want to do. No, you don't want to buy Shib because it's going up. You want to buy these ones as they're going down, right? And we teach you how to do that, right? If you go over to these videos here on davincicodes.net/videos. Okay, so let's get on with the news. The Department of Justice announces crypto-focused enforcement team. Now, this enforcement team is going to go after, obviously, the ransomware and some of the major bad actors, but they're just putting the camel's nose under the tent. They're going to do stuff that's probably good, but once they talk about consumer protection, that means it's the opposite. Anything the government tells you is just going to do, it's the opposite. They're going to protect you away from crypto completely, just so you know, right? They're not going to try to protect you. They're going to try to hurt you. And just keep that in mind, right? Eventually, it might start off good, but then it's going to turn into something horrible. Horrible. Congressman submits bill to give safe harbor to crypto startups selling tokens. Yeah, again, I'm sure if we read this bill, we'll see that it does the opposite of what it really means. Because that's what governments do. They always write like, oh yeah, the Patriot Act, or it's anything but patriotic, right? And so, it's insane how they get away with it over and over again. But hey, that's politics for you, right? The governments are not here to help. They're here to hurt and help their friends and not you. Just keep that in mind. 'Tis the season for Bitcoin. BTC reclaimed trillions of dollars in markets cap as banks capitulate and stocks tumble. Yes, we're in the $1 trillion market cap. Oof. And that, from there, we're going to easily 10 trillion, right? A walk in the park. 10 trillion from here. Yeah, that's right. That's a half a million, right? Dollar Bitcoin, walk in the park. And that's still too low for Bitcoin to be the world's global currency. Too low. So yeah, we got from here we got another 100x. In the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years. So yeah, this is where you should be. This is where you should be planning your retirement off of. I'm not saying you should sell all your retirement funds and buy Bitcoin, but if you did, I wouldn't call you stupid. Oh man, the U.S. FDIC said to be studying deposit insurance for stablecoins, right? Oh boy, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, right? You're thinking, yeah, this is great news. First off, right? The FDIC is a government agency, right? And if you go on their balance sheet, they have no money. Yeah, so if they insure stable coins, that means you're insuring it with your own money that you don't even realize. Because you could always get back your dollars, but not the value, right? They can always give you back any dollars you want because they can print as much as they want. So keep that in mind. Don't have any kind of false sense of security just because, hey, that's cool. My stablecoin is backed up with the FDIC. Oh boy. That means it's backed up. That's like saying, oh, look at that. My $100 is here in my pocket here is backed up with the other $100 in my pocket. Oh damn. Yeah, just so ridiculous, the situation here. But hey, this is what people believe. They believe the what the government tells them, and they don't really do any research and find out, right, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. That's not right. They just, read the headlines. They say, yes. Oh boy. Bitcoin BTC millionaire tier whale addresses makes largest accumulation in 27 months. Yeah. I mean, the price shows it, right? The price action shows, right? We've gone from 10,000 to, 50,000 in the last 27 months. So obviously the only way that's happening is if the whales are buying. And you should be too, right? You should be slowly getting into this. Like, oh man, this is beautiful. This is news. This is music to my ears when I think about it. Colombia could use Waterfall to produce Bitcoin, not cocaine, right? So cocaine was sold in 1980s, man. What's that, man? The real money's in Bitcoin. And yeah, I mean, this is great. This is awesome, right? People shouldn't be using these kind of drugs like cocaine, but they shouldn't be prohibited, personally, if you ask me, from using them. These are victimless crimes, and that's not. I don't think that's the right way for society to work, where we put people in jail because they used a substance. Ridiculous, but whatever. That's the way it is. Okay, Bitcoin is up 6.5 billion since it was first priced in USD. 6.5 billion% since it was first priced in USD? Wow. I think it's up a little bit in the last 10 years. Wow. Well, actually 11 years. Yeah, well, because the reason why that's happened is because Bitcoin is the new money. And I know people just don't see it. Some people say, oh, it's just going to be a payment system. I was arguing with one guy. It's just, Bitcoin's just going to be a payment system and nothing, not used as money, not used as a currency. And you know what? You don't want Bitcoin as a currency. Currency is not money, right? A currency is a substitute of money. So, for example, when we had gold as our money, right? We didn't want to carry a bunch around gold, right? So what we did was we printed out a piece of paper that indicated that, hey, the gold's over here, and you can easily transact. That is a currency, right? But you could still transact with the actual coin, right? That is the money. So we'll be transacting with Bitcoin as money, not as a currency, right? Because it is the final settlement. It is what you receive. Because everything else, when you think about the money, right? Anything that's not the actual asset is just a debt, is just credit. So, for example, when you issued a note that said, "Hey, the gold's over here," that's a credit note. So that guy has to have the gold, right? And if he doesn't have the gold, he owes you the gold, right? So it's a credit note, right? So everything else, right? So if they create another system where, no, don't use that, use the promise to pay you Bitcoin, that's a credit note, right? So everything else, right? Anything that they create like that is a credit note, and you don't want to have that. You want to have the actual Bitcoin. Unlike, for example, PayPal, for example, PayPal. There's no way to know for sure that they actually have the Bitcoin, they have the Ethereum and all that. So that's a concern, right? That could be also a credit note. And it is actually a credit note, because when you think about it, even if they did have the Bitcoin, you are just receiving a notification that you have these Bitcoins, but they're over here. And they're responsible for having the Bitcoin, which most likely they don't. Alrighty. Shiba Inu still jumping up, man. Oh my goodness. Shiba, the coin, it just like non-stop. Once it explodes, it continues to go. Hang on, let me just refresh this page. I just lost it, and yeah, it is just on a tear. Amazing. Hopefully, if you were watching my TikTok videos and all that stuff, that you actually got yourself some Shiba coins, because man, it's I can't believe it. It's done some amazing things as it continues to pump. Now, again, you should not be buying it here unless you're trading it, and most of you shouldn't be trading this thing because it's going to reverse heavy on you. This could be these two candles could be a reversal candle on these hourly. You just don't know. And this is not sustainable, just so you know, right? And if you think it is, right, just remember it happened twice, and we're back, and then we came back down right to the bottom here. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's a big possibility. There's only I would give it a 1% chance that this thing continues up and stays high. A 1% chance, less than that probably, but a 1% chance that happens. The most likely scenario is we come all the way back down. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, and finally, Edward Snowden, Bitcoin up 10x despite coordinated global campaign by governments to destroy it. And yeah, I mean, you've heard China flood since I've heard China flood since 2013. China's been banning it since then, actually. And yet, it's still here. I mean, China, they have to ban Bitcoin every once in a while, because if you're buying something, you don't want to buy it high. So yeah, they want to buy it low, right? They know what time it is. So the Chinese government, they got to load up before you guys do, right? So make sure that you do not get scared away from the Chinese, any of the government campaigns against Bitcoin. They will continue. They have to, because they know their days are numbered, right? In a big way, because because the thing about Bitcoin is, it will take wealth from the wealthy and move it down to the lower, the middle class and the poor. And once you have more wealth, right, you'll be able to control the government, right, a lot easier, because the Rothschilds have said, right, give me control of the money supply, and I care not who makes the government's laws. So that's a powerful thing, right? Now, if we all control a lot of money, we can now control the government, and that's going to change the world for the better really, really fast. Alrighty, with that said, remember, you have to own some Bitcoin, right? Make sure you have a lot of Bitcoin on you, because Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it.